Hello, everyone. My name is Julian Olden. I'm a professor in the School of Aquatic and Fishery Sciences at the University of Washington. Today, I'm excited to say that I'm starting a new guest part-time professorship supported by the Swedish University of Agricultural Sciences and Umeå University. I'm really excited about meeting all of you soon. And today I was asked to provide a quick overview of some of the work that I do. Well, you see, I grew up in Toronto, Canada, and actually went to the University of Toronto for my bachelor's and master's degree. I headed south to Colorado State, where I did a PhD, and then north to the University of Wisconsin to do a postdoc. And then a little over 15 years ago, I got drawn out west to Seattle, Washington, where I'm now a faculty member. My students and I are really interested in advancing the science and the practice of conserving freshwater ecosystems. And today, real briefly, I thought I would just highlight some projects that we have and talking about the types of approaches we use. Well, a big bunch of our work focuses in on aquatic invasive species, predominantly what are the patterns, drivers, and implications of these invasions across the landscape. More recent work has been looking at the interactions between invasive species and climate change and forecasting kind of future distributions and understanding what the implications are for recipient ecosystems. This work has been used to kind of guide restoration. That is, how can we restore riparian vegetation so that we slow invasions into the future while concurrently benefiting, in this case, native Pacific salmonids in the Columbia River. This work is also kind of focused in on kind of ecohydrology. That is, what is the role of flow in shaping the structure and function of freshwater ecosystems? And this has brought us down to the desert Southwest, where we've asked questions like, well, what does drought mean for fragmentation and available habitat in riverine ecosystems? Dams and flow regulation is another predominant theme in my research program, where we're looking at the effects of dam construction and operation strategies on downstream riverine ecosystems. Some more of our recent work has brought us down to Brazil, where we ask questions of, what are the effects of small and large hydropower development on the connectivity of these riverine ecosystems? And how can we best kind of trade off where we site these new dams in the future so that they don't have disproportionate effects on riverine ecosystem? Environmental flows, the science and both implementation has also been a predominant kind of research focus in our group. More recently, we have been doing some work in Tanzania where we've kind of trying to support national policy and basin management by developing flow classification networks for the government. Our work is also really interested in kind of more fundamental trophic ecology, for example, using stable isotope tracers, community theory, and statistical approaches to understand kind of patterns in nature. A recent project looked at the effects of kind of land use change, both agricultural and deforestation, and what it means for the long-term trophic ecology of fish. In this example, looking at the Australian lungfish. Macroecology, that is synthesizing large data sets to look at, what are the consequences of species extinction and invasion is a real predominant theme in my lab as well. And a lot of this work actually has required, large international working groups. For example, some work that we've been doing in SDIV, looking at the metapopulation structure and synchrony through time of European fishes. So that was real quick, but wanted to give you a little bit of flavor of some of the work that we do. And I have to say that I'm incredibly looking forward to working together with all of you in the future, working with all the faculty and the students, both at SLU and Umeå University, while collectively we try to advance biodiversity conservation research and the sustainable use of river systems across Sweden, including the Vindel River. So thank you very much. And I look forward to meeting all of you real soon.